All right, last we left off, Sammy shared, that was a little tongue twister. Sammy shared his intimate memories with the Raven Queen, who promptly took them for her collection and sent Sammy back to the world of the living with a brooch and a mission to collect more memories for her. After a lot of deliberation, you all used Windwalk via the stolen necklace to travel to Suzail in mere moments to have a fun interaction with a guard who confessed he wished he could be a cloud to check out babes on the beach. You all then spoke with the queen, who appeared outwardly receptive at first, but exploded into a fit of rage, threatening to label you as traitors to the realm if you didn't hand over the information about the location of the assassins before the meeting concluded. After some quick thinking and strong persuasion, she surrendered and the cooler heads prevailed. She agreed to allow you to raid the vault with the understanding that you needed to take control of the situation should their aims appear to be anything other than gold. She then gave you a little information and a few warnings before letting you leave to conduct your business with her apprehensive approval, stating that she wouldn't tell another soul about your meeting here today. We resume with you all just leaving the castle. What do you do? Where do you go?
Is it still early day?
Yes. I believe you guys had actually slept it off and went in the morning when you thought the queen would be awake. So yeah, you're still pretty early in the day, definitely before noon.
What time did we schedule the meeting with them? It's just like 3.
I think it's like just 2 days from now, but I don't...
But was it night then?
Probably.
We have all day until we have to go to Riker's place.
Well, I think it was meant to be back in the sewers. The Riker's place meeting we already had with Kelly right afterwards.
And from what I had remembered and spoken with Bria at a different time, the Kelly conversation didn't end with another meeting being scheduled, but rather that she would inform you if she learned anything new. Which you have
we
not
haven't
heard.
heard from her since then.
No.
That means we have all day to kind of do whatever before we have to head back to the sewers.
Yep.
I mean, we've got 2 days to do whatever before we have to head back to the sewers.
But you could.
We time skipped.
We did time skip.
We never actually. Oh, we did?
Yeah,
okay.
We time skipped to have that be the next event. But it doesn't necessarily have to be right now. If there was something else that you immediately wanted to take care of, that's completely fine. But that was the next to-do that you all wanted to do.
Or maybe we wanted to tell the queen, give her 2 days, and then we have to time skip now.
Yeah, we're free to time skip at this point.
Yeah. Is that what you all would like to do?
I mean, I obviously can visit my family, and I know that Riker might want to visit Mortimer.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I think... God, it's been a while since he's seen Mortimer. Like, you know, out of game time. I don't think it's been quite as long in game, but still, yeah, Mortimer visit is there.
Okay.
Yeah, we could do a little day off in the city. Before
I'm
we
also
time
curious.
skip.
I know that Arceus wasn't there when I think Sammy and Jack saw the prisoner.
That is correct. I believe it was just Sammy and Jack and Sammy's family.
Yeah.
Though they didn't see it.
We were made aware that he was still alive and something was happening. I know that. I'm curious to see if that's been resolved or not. Still stuck out there, or if they finally did something.
Okay. We've got a couple different things. Which would you like to tackle first?
Hey, can we roll dice to determine it?
Yeah, do it. I think that would be fair.
Yeah, let's do a little 3-sided.
Okay, so we've got visiting Mortimer, checking out the docks area in the slums where Quintus was being held last, and then what's the third one?
Arceus's family.
Arceus's family. Okay. Do you want me to roll a d6 and 1 and 2?
You can roll a d3 and roll 20 though.
Oh, yeah, you can do that too. How do you? What is it? Roll 1d3. Okay, so 1 Arceus family, 2 Mortimer, 3 Quintus. Roll 1d3.
Alphabetical order.
What did I just
Mortimer,
say?
I think.
Mortimer?
Mortimer. Yeah.
Roll the tape back. Can't remember.
Aren't you recording?
I am.
Dude, you need to fact check yourself.
Yep. Okay. So Mortimer.
Yeah.
I know this group has a very strong inclination to split the party. So is everybody going to go to Mortimer's, or would some of you go to Mortimer's and the rest of you go to another D2 roll?
I'd go to Mortimer.
Like Arceus has some issues with Mortimer, so I'm not sure. I mean, she can walk you to Mortimer's. I don't think she'd go inside. She's mad. That's because of she perceives Aunt Sasha's torture and the final days of her life. So
Yeah, I imagine there could be some definite trauma having the last time you've been in there to see her corpse.
and then
It's like
or
it's
even
his
before
fault,
that
but-
when he was experimenting on her specifically. So yeah, so I'll join, but I will probably stay outside.
Okay.
I would stay with Arceus. She's still never met Mortimer, so we'll keep that status quo.
Okie dokie. And Jack will
But we don't have to
probably.
be doing anything in the meantime.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll say Jack
But
lingers
Bryn and
outside
I
with the ladies.
we will off screen go get those pastries from the gnome
Oh,
or
okay.
halfling.
The
Yeah.
halfling? I think she was. Yeah.
Herc.
That Herc really liked.
Yeah, while he's talking to murder, we're just gonna go do that, and so
Yeah.
nothing you have to actually RP or anything like that, but just
Okay.
gonna go get some pastries.
You come back with some pastries and two silver pour. Okay. Riker and Sammy making your way to the War Wizards College and navigating down the familiar path of the back left of the building, reaching into the Dragon's Nostril to disable the trap, and wandering down the spiral stairs into Mortimer's lair.
I imagine as we're walking down, Riker, because Sammy was there at one point with Mortimer, right? So,
Correct.
Yep.
Riker will just turn to Sammy and say, "Oh, don't forget to plug your nose at this part. It gets kind of smelly."
I mean, yeah, sure. I'll take your word for it. He pulls his turtleneck up.
Well, remember, we all have those bandanas from the spores.
Okay.
Yours.
Finding your way down, you hear classical music coming from within the room. Something
This is normal.
out of the ordinary. Normally, Mortimer required extreme focus, preferring the clanking and clatter of precision instruments during his testing, and finding solace in that. So to find classical music being played is relatively unique. As you open up the door, you see not a clean lab, but what do we call it? Strategically disorganized? Like there's clutter, but you can tell, and Riker, you are familiar with his method of organization. But there are no fungal corpses. There doesn't appear to be any active work going on, but he is cleaning, just sanitizing the lab. And hearing the door swing open and the echo of the music traveling out into the hall causes him to turn. Oh, Riker, what? I didn't expect you here.
Yeah, we're just passing through. I thought I would come check out the lab, make sure everything is good. I remember it being kind of a mess last time, or more of a mess, I should say.
Well, it was that indeed. Things have quieted down quite a lot since the whatever was resolved. The corpses aren't flowing in. The studies are concluded. Handed over my findings to the War Wizards College, and we'll see if they develop any new arcane supplements to help prevent something like this in the future.
As I assume like Mortimer might have like a broom in his hand for cleaning.
Yeah.
Riker just looks at it and says, I don't ever remember you actually cleaning up in here. Has it been a while?
Well, we've never really dealt with a plague of that magnitude, and while I might wear an amulet to keep myself free of disease and other things, the mess that foul plague created, the spores everywhere under every nook and cranny. For days after it was cleansed, I was opening up pages and a little puff cloud would spring up, and well, let's just say I've turned a new leaf when it comes to organization and housekeeping. I don't wish to be a part of that type of endeavor anymore.
The bodies, you sent them somewhere?
Yes. Some of the bodies, the more advanced ones that we had here, they have been preserved for study. Outside of the one exception, one of your friends, their grandmother or aunt or someone very important, we made sure that they had a proper burial, as was requested.
Right. Looking at Mortimer, can I glean like general mood?
Yeah, go ahead and give me an insight check.
Yeah.
While he's rolling that, where would her body have been buried?
Oh, geez.
I mean, I'm sure she would love to pay some last respects if she could.
I handed off the body to the one of the guards, who was under orders from somebody much higher up, potentially even your father, or probably not the queen, but if I had to guess, she was probably buried where her home resided. But I know with the state of the lands there, the body was embalmed and entreated kindly, restoring it to as best as we possibly could, given the disfigurement from the nature of the fungal disease. But I imagine after they discerned that Monroe was no longer a threat, they probably took it back to her home, or at least that general area, to find a plot of land that she could be buried. Going over to Reich, go ahead. Do you want me to give the insight first?
I just wanted to ask a question. Like, would her spot be marked with her name at least?
Absolutely. I don't think that we would, unless requested, give an unmarked grave. It's easier to take one down than put one up after the fact. Finding the exact location, potentially without any sort of marker, would prove difficult, given enough time for the grass to regrow. But you get the sense, in now seeing him in this light, you haven't seen him relaxed in a while. And this is the type of relax that can only come after a severe amount of stress. And even when you came and visited during the height of the plague, the outward presentation was that of curiosity and intrigue. When this is the largest threat that Mortimer's ever been a part of that you can remember. Sure, you guys do experiments when small things crop up, but this was actively affecting the entire realm, and a lot of, at least to his mind, was the weight was riding on him to find some cure to this disease. And with that burden being lifted through the actions of you all as well as Ganrahast, there's a renewed sense of purpose, but also a calmness that you hadn't seen before, represented by the classical music that he's listening to.
Mortimer, have you taken a vacation?
Well, there's one thing that I know in all my years as a mortician. People dying every day. They don't get to take vacations, and so neither do I. There's always someone croaking around the next corner, and there's always somebody that needs studied or cleaned or prepared.
Well, I suppose that's true, but it's just nice to see this. Like Riker's just like looking around, see this place so organized. And to Sammy, it does not look organized, but Riker knows what's up.
Well, during the festival, I did happen to go down to the docks and dip my toes into the water for the first time, and I can't tell you how long, and there was this kind young man that offered me a hot dog on the house. And so I enjoyed it, looking out into the rippling waves of the Dragonmere. So that was like a vacation, I suppose.
I mean, that must have felt great.
I can't remember the last time I've had water surrounding all of my toes, outside of
You
the
mean water
shower.
that's not blood?
True, yes. And obviously I'm wearing protective equipment during those situations, but yes. It was nice, you know, I think there was even a point where a little fish came up for a nibble, but could have just been some seaweed.
It was, let's just say it was the fish. Is there anything I can do for you? Just anything you need help with? Any experiments you want me to run while I'm out?
My boy, you will always be welcome here in this laboratory. But I think you've graduated far beyond anything that I can teach you.
I think at this point, Sammy begins wandering around the room, just kind of looking at things.
There's a random hand in a jar and like an eyeball in another.
Yeah, lots of things, dismembered body parts in, what is it, formaldehyde, just resting in their containers. There is another door that appears to be shut that you've seen him go into before, but I don't think that you've ever explored in there. But Mortimer thinks just for a little bit longer. I tell you what, are you going to be in town for a little bit longer? I've been working on something and I want just a little bit more time before I potentially have you test something out for me. I don't need you to gather any outside information outside of just be a loyal test subject.
Oh, of course. Yeah, we'll be here for the next few days.
Okay, come back. Come back in 3 days, and I'll show you what I was working on, and maybe you can gather some long-term data. See if we can refine this process that I've been working on. No spoilers, but I think you'll like it.
Ornor, I've always looked forward to your experiments. Yeah, I can absolutely do that. Do you want me, when I come back, do you want me to bring you some coffee? 3 lumps of sugar, right?
You know what? Make it 4. I'm not getting any younger.
I can do that.
I would like
Well,
that.
I hope you enjoy the calm for however long it lasts for.
You know what I'm really looking forward to? The brain of that Quintus fellow.
He's still alive.
Of course. You don't think that the Queen is using him as a tool for appeasing the masses, giving them an outlet of their frustration for all the deaths, since they weren't able to reverse the plague, and there's so many casualties. There's still so many people impacted by this plague that.
But they're still parading him out there and allowing him to be tortured.
Well, the stabbings have concluded, but there's still people throwing rotten vegetables and fruit at him, saying well-deserved harsh things. But I want to see what it is in that brain. Study it. Study the corruption. That's my next big project. That's what I'm most looking forward to, really. Somebody that was directly influenced by a demonic presence. Somebody as powerful as Zuktmoy to be able to see how it all worked.
I never thought about it that way before. It would make for some interesting results.
I would presume that he's being kept in the probably the major stockade or something like that.
Yeah, he's still down there in the southern portion of the city near the docks, where the people most impacted by the plague can have ease of access without mucking up the streets of the royal neighborhoods.
Did the Queen or someone promise you the brain, if he dies?
Not so much of it was a promise, but I personally requested it. As I was walking down to the Dragonmere to dip my toes in the water, I saw him and got me thinking as I was eating my hot dog. And next time I saw a royal representative, I passed along a demand, and they've never really turned me down before. If I have reasons to investigate something, it's normally good enough for them to trust.
Huh. Yeah, I'd like to learn more. Of course, when that all happens, of course. Until then, though, we'll be in touch, and I'll be back here in the next few days.
It's wonderful to see your face.
It's always nice seeing you, Mortimer.
Take care. Remember 4, not the usual 3 lumps of sugar.
Right, 4. And as we're walking out, Ryder just says to Sammy, "Oh, watch out for the tentacle in the liquid."
As you look over at the tentacle floating, it twitches kind of, I don't know, oddly. As
like
if
it was about to almost be like pushed. It's like trying to push itself like off the counter.
Yeah.
Riker just like puts it right back up.
Odd.
Oh no, it's actually really fascinating. You see, it's more involuntary movement, but you'd think that after years it would stop, but it hasn't. I've had to move that thing so many times.
You think you'd put a weight in there or something, or?
Yeah, we tried, but it knocks the weight off usually, and then it makes a big, makes an annoying sound.
Fair.
So you all emerge from the laboratory, making your way back outside to find Jack and the girls feasting on some pastries leaning up against the wall.
Rin immediately offers them to the boys.
Riker just like immediately lifts up the mask and says, "Oh my gosh, yes, please."
Okay.
How was it? Good to see Mortimer?
I have never in my life seen him as at peace as he is now.
Good to hear.
Yeah, he says he's doing he says he wants me to join him in, I think he said 3 days from now. Something about an experiment, but he doesn't want to ruin the surprise, so I'm not sure what it is.
Oh. Well, that'll be fun.
Knowing Mortimer, and then like Riker just kind of like starts like monologuing to himself about like what it possibly could be.
While he's muttering to himself about that, I'll probably pull Arsis aside. I know it's a little bit of a touchy subject, but I think their Aunt Sasha, they returned her body back home.
And I'll just kind of nod at you. Anything?
Figured if you wanted to pay any respects to her, if we find ourselves back in Monroe, maybe we can find out where she's at and give her a visit.
Yeah, if we ever go back to Monroe, but there's so much to do here. You kind of see her flinch when you say go back to Monroe as well.
If you're up to it. I'm sure we'll have some time in the future. How much, I don't know, but we don't always have to be chasing leads and stopping rebellions.
It'll be our second rebellion. Count the first one.
Yeah.
Rebellion? Might be real good at it.
It'll be a nice little vacation to get away from it.
Monroe's not a place you go for vacation.
Quiet. It's small. Not a lot happens there, so.
Oh, and I grew up there.
Alrighty. Feasting on your pastries, walking to your next location, we're going to roll a 1d2 to decide whether or not it's Arsis's parents or Quintus down.
John?
Yes.
That's called flipping a coin.
No, we're rolling a 1d2.
1d2. as we're walking with the pastries, Riker's like, wait, I know what it is. It's a self-sterilizing surgical knife. Has to be.
Writing that down.
Rin has that ability as well. She's got that spell.
No. But
Mutation?
it does so even faster than that. Has to. That's what it has to be.
Not even an action.
You sure he doesn't just want to cut you open and experiment on you?
Oh no, I mean he's brought up the idea a few times already, but we're well past that.
You know, it could be a fancy new prosthetic limb or something like that.
Huh? Wait, I didn't even think about that. Hold on, man. Riker just like goes silent. He's going through like the ideas in his head.
Maybe he's learned how to raise the dead, and now it's a zombie friend.
Now he's not that kind of researcher.
Yeah, but an extra set of hands can't
Could
be
be
that
why-
bad to have.
Calm. He replaced you with a zombie.
I don't think a zombie has the precision to help him out. He's very specific in what he wants.
So ghost?
Can a ghost carry like surgical tools?
Yeah.
I haven't
Let's
met
see,
it.
why
So I'm
not?
not 100% sure what they can and can't do.
Maybe
it's
it's a
also
What's the
homunculus.
one up in the city of the Nethery City, right?
Right. That
Can
guy.
he pick anything up?
Very capable.
What if he's created a golem?
Anyway, where do you want to head next?
All right, 1d2. Arsis, what do you want your parents to be? 1 or 2?
We'll stick with 1 because there was 1 before.
All right, Arsis' parents is
Alphabetical.
1. Oh, I forgot the slash.
Doesn't know how to do the command.
Woo!
2.
All right.
Can I get a witness? My name is Quintus.
Oh my god. The bard shows.
Still barding.
Okay. Wandering onto the docks. Time creeping around noon, sun high in the sky. People are out in the streets. You make your way and you see a small crowd gathered around the stockades. Although stockades, it's actually just one. A small platform with him bolted in tightly, wearing nothing but tattered scraps for clothing. You can see scars still red from the freshness littered all over his back. Chunks of his hair missing from where he was stabbed in the head and then healed so he could continue with the torture. A small crowd gathered around, shouting expletives at Quintus.
Is this a smaller crowd than when I initially found him?
By far. There were dozens of people around him. Probably 100 or so in a line around the block waiting for their opportunity to stab. Now that those vouchers for their payback have dwindled, most of the people that wanted to do it probably already taking their chance. What you have now is 2 station guards near the front of the raised platform, and then maybe a handful, maybe just 12 people, a dozen, standing around. So far fewer.
I'll probably break away from everybody and kind of mingle into the small group of people that are over there.
What would the rest of you be doing? Would you do anything differently than joining the crowd?
Is his brain exposed at all?
No. There is no brain exposed. After healing it, the wounds would have closed, though the scarring would still be fresh.
Okay. Can't imagine what Riker would do. So like probably just like hang back, at least for right now. Like he has no interest in talking to Quintus.
Arsis, I see that face you're making. You have something in your mind?
Yes, I'm debating with myself. I think I'm fighting with myself whether to shame and break up this crowd, because she's horrified at the treatment of Quintus. Because we've heard his story, we know what happened. I feel like he was manipulated into serving this stuff. Yes, he did bad things. He deserves to be, taken care of for that. But this is just torture, and it's really like the part. I don't know if that's a Sarah or Narcissus thought. So I'm debating if I should be upset or silently watch.
I'll let you think about that for just a little bit. Maybe something Sammy does will help you cook on it a little bit more. Sammy, as you enter seamlessly into the crowd, what are you hoping to do?
Listening to them, seeing if they're going to say anything while I mingle in, and I'll probably remark a couple of things. He's been here for a while. Wonder what keeps drawing people here. Or I'll go to another person's. How long have you been here? How long have you seen him? Kind of gauge how long these people have been visiting Quintus, if there's any special animosity that they have towards him, or if it's just a curiosity at this point.
Yeah, you actually find a good mix of different reasons that people are there. Asking how long people have been there, there appears to be one man who is more distraught than the rest. Just you can see tears actively streaming down his face. He smells something foul, and yet some people are still continuing to stand near him, almost out of sympathy. But gathering his story, you find this particular individual lost his wife and both of his small children to this plague, and he has nothing left to live for. And you can hear other murmurs from people in the crowd as they say that this guy has been standing in this position with only drink for days. Since he is placed down here, it doesn't seem like he has left. The small stain that you see on the cobblestone streets below reeks of piss. He is foul. Other people, you find a group of younger teenagers who seem to be relatively unimpacted by the tragedy that befell upon the realm, and they are kind of standing just a little bit further away from the crowd, and you can hear their snickers. And as oftentimes when people don't have the full magnitude of the situation because they weren't impacted, this was just a quarantine. Sure, the grown-ups were freaking out, but they were hiding out playing games under the stairs, and time to be away and just be a kid and not have to worry about any of the pressures. Similar to how some people loved quarantine for COVID, these kids were that. And because they haven't suffered true loss, they find mockery at other people's expense, and you find them snickering about the situation, and they're the ones that came just to throw rotten food, more just because it's fun rather than because they have any personal stake in it. So a wide variety of different people here. Was there? Go ahead.
Probably go up to Foul Man, and I'll just stand by his side for a moment or two.
Yeah, you gathered most of the information from what looked to be a rather sympathetic woman kind of standing behind him, asking him if he needed anything and listening to his story. And so that's how you were able to gather the information. But even though he has sweat-stained, tattered clothing, she is still politely whispering into his ear and rubbing his back, providing some form of comfort.
Put an arm around him, and
he turns to the side to look at you as you touch him, and you can see dried snot kind of in his mustache, but a fresh pool lingering just on the tip of his nose.
No, it's hard. I can't imagine what you might have seen and what you're going through with this.
And as he averts his gaze from you back towards Quintus, a scowl creeps across his face. He took everything from me. I have nothing. An empty home. Clothes for children that can't wear them. I wish nothing more than to take everything from him, so I will stand here so he sees my pain until he is dead, so he knows what he has done.
I look over at him, and then I look over at Quintus. Surely so many people have wanted to be the one who plunged their blade into his back and just watch the blood pool and him cease moving.
As you say that, he reaches into his stained pockets and produces 3 small tickets, vouchers that he's held on to. I want to make sure that I am the very last person that plunges the blades. I will make these 3 count.
Hey, Jack.
Hello.
And he turns his conversation from you more towards shouting out towards Quintus. You hear that, you monster? I will kill you for what you've done to me.
At this point, Arceus will grab onto Rin's and be like, do something.
What can we do?
This is torture. This is awful.
He's just gonna get healed if anyone hurts him.
That's the worst thing I can imagine.
I know. This is not what I meant when I told him that he needed to figure out how to turn over a new leaf. When we refused to kill him, this is not it.
At this point, killing him would be a mercy.
If there was a way that you could just know that you're the reason that this monster is dead. What ends would you go to make that happen?
I would do whatever it took, or I would die trying, because I have nothing left to live for yet to see his life drain from his eyes. For there is no life left in mine. And he looks at you, and his eyes are dull. There is no emotion besides pain in them.
Riker looks to both Ren and Narcissus and says, I can't help feel that this is wrong.
Profoundly wrong.
I'm not entirely sure what to do, but this isn't it.
Maybe we talk to the Queen after, what we have planned next?
Let this man stay out in this for longer?
I
They're
don't know.
keeping him alive and making him feel everything. I don't care what he did. I mean, honestly, I have more right than anybody to be super upset with this, but I'm not okay with this.
You're thinking about putting him out of his misery?
Get away with it without making things worse.
I might have an idea to get rid of the crowd.
I mean, I have a dragon.
Well, that too. This one, I don't know. This one might not. It'll still freak people out, but it won't be like dragon levels of freaking people out.
If it bring out Ardu, it may draw attention back to us and
Yeah.
kind of noticeable.
Miss Ren, you can cast prestidigitation, right?
Yeah, as much as I want.
Well, I was thinking, if we might be able to get these people away by convincing them there's some noxious gas in there. And Riker pulls out one of the smoke grenades. If you can make this, do you know what sulfur smells like?
Yeah, rotten eggs, right?
Yeah. If we disperse the smoke grenade and you make it smell like rotten eggs, and we create a big scene about a chemical being dropped, that might get rid of the crowd.
Yeah, I could definitely help with that. I mean, there's that guy standing up at the front. Do you think that's going to be enough for him?
Well, we may have to be a little more convincing with him. I don't entirely know.
I could suggestion him or something.
So sorry, Charlie. I know you just dropped in. I assume Jack is with us.
Yeah.
Do you
you're
have a
with him.
general idea of what's going on, Charlie?
I'm assuming this is the dude that Jack saw when he first got to the Capitol and he was being tortured and healed and tortured and healed constantly.
Yes, this is
The
the
first time-
antagonist of Act 1.
Yep, that's what I
So
thought.
the first time Arsis, Ren, and Riker are seeing the torture, and we're reacting badly.
Yeah.
Context clues pretty much gave me what I needed, but I just wanted to make sure. That's good.
Riker will turn to Jack and say, "Look, if we can get rid of most of the crowd, would you be able to help out with that guy over there? The guy that Sammy's talking to?"
And the
And
guard.
for context, the guy guarding dude in the stocks, I'm assuming.
No, there are two guards, but the guy that Sammy is talking to is just a citizen that
villager.
is distraught. Yeah.
Oh. I might be able to help with that. Yeah, I can help with that.
I do want to commit to a point of order that the entire time that Sammy has been talking to this guy, he's been clutching the brooch.
Oh, hell yeah.
I mean, that's a wonderful gift for the Raven Queen. If you can get rid of this guy's memories, he's gonna feel better. Cruel, but at the same time, it's kind of
Actually,
cool.
though, yeah.
It's not over yet. If we can do something that you might be able to plunge your blade into him, how would you feel about that?
Okay.
And Sammy will try to stealthily put a dagger in this guy's hand.
Okay.
What's this?
You talked about.
Riker.
Go ahead.
Riker, I think Sammy's doing something stupid. Gotta go before whatever.
When you say
that is.
deal with that, I suppose I may need more. Yeah, in character, he goes, I may need more context. You want me to
Let me just
help?
hand it a dagger.
Well, I'm trying to do it stealthily, so hold on.
Yeah, what's
Yeah,
your
roll a stealth or a sleight of hand.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Only
Never
thing that you
mind,
can
no
roll
one
that
knows.
you
No passive perception's catching that shit.
Nope.
Right.
The guy barely notices that he's got it.
Yeah, I think
Then
that's a very good representation. For him, he doesn't even realize that a dagger has been placed into his hand until Sammy begins prompting him about what he would do with the knife. Go ahead with whatever else you were. Well, I guess if you didn't see it happen,
It
you
is
wouldn't have to.
one of the assassin daggers that I lifted from bodies in the sewer, FYI.
Okay, so one of the fire knife
Like a
blades.
50-50
Yes.
chance it's been used because I think only one of them hadn't been used.
Well,
Yeah.
It is one of the ones that were used, yes, but I don't know if their daggers have been stylized in any particular way. But yes, it is one of their daggers.
Yeah, as kind of explained, the what is it? Is it the pommel of the blade? Is the crossbar? Basically the protection from the hilt of the sword. That's stylized flames that are kind of curling up the blade itself. You talked about the brooch. When you remove it from your person and you kind of clutch it in your hands, you can feel a pulsing sensation as it nears something with such powerful memories. You instinctively understand how to utilize this. At which point are you attempting to take these memories or take these strong feelings?
From the moment that he talks about the lowest of lows, and I'm putting the dagger in his hand to give him that small semblance of vengeful hope. So somehow he can avenge the death of his family. Here's somebody that is whispering these sweet nothings in his ear. And I don't even know if he recognizes who I am. But the fact that I'm talking about him being the person that ends this, not even man's life, this creature's life that has brought so much pain to his own. But I'm giving him this gift.
At what point do you conclude sending the memory to the Raven Queen? Because with the understanding that once you conclude, that memory is now gone and he will have not the recollection of the feeling or the emotions. At what time do you turn that off to end the siphon?
I am still going with this because depending how this whole thing goes, this can be an entire fucking roller coaster of up and down.
Okay.
At what point do we want to enact our plan, despite what Sammy's doing?
Yeah, at a certain point, I think. At a certain point, I think you'll be called into action for sure. Sammy, as you hand him this dagger and are feeding the fuel of this man's rage, he instinctively clutches this dagger, not even knowing how it got into his hands, still holding the 3 small vouchers. I'm gonna end his life right now. I want to look him in the eyes while I do it. And he begins walking forward, away from the comforting hand of the woman behind him, and she offers a small amount of protest. Don't, you've waited so long, don't waste this time. And he's already handing the 3 to the guards. And they look at him brandishing his own knife, and they kind of exchange a glance between the 2 of them with, is this allowed? Should we allow this to happen? And as they go to protest, they stop. A look of sympathy flashes across their faces. They've watched this man stand there for several days in his own filth. And instead of both of them looking at the crowd outward, one of them turns to watch the act, and waves to somebody that you didn't clock as a part of it, a cleric or a priest, somebody in robes, comes over and approaches Quintus. The man kneels down, looking at Quintus, who's still focused on the floor in front of him. Long beard outstretched, riddled with spittle and sludge from the thrown rotten vegetables and fruit. And you see him take this dagger and straight into the skull of Quintus. His head slams back violently. And I would imagine at this point, seeing this act of violence, Arsis and those standing by wondering, like, should we stop this? Should we do something? Like, you can definitely tell that this is an extremely violent moment that might cause you to react should you want to do something about it.
Honestly, if it ends his life, I'm okay with it. But so I'll wait a little bit longer before I push.
It won't. Not with the cleric there.
As
Yeah,
he
not with the cleric there.
withdraws the blade, the absolute just crazy amount of blood that just pours from the gashing wound. You can see the cleric extend their hand, and the holy aura just kind of radiate over the situation, and the blood almost reversing course into Quintus's brain as his head is no longer limp. Violently, not even waiting for the priest to heal, quick 2 rapid stabs.
Riker, yeah. Can't let this
Yeah,
continue.
I think we should do this right now.
One last thing.
Okay.
After these 2 stabs, the guards say, "That's enough." And the man screams, "It is never enough. You can't keep healing him." And he takes this dagger and he now aims it towards the priest in a means to prevent the healing so that he can take this man's life. And that is where you guys can interject.
Okay. As he takes the knife to the priest, I imagine just like Riker will throw the smoke grenade kind of like right next to the crowd, and you see this like heavy amount of smoke begin to come out of it. And Riker turns to Ren and says, "Now."
Rin precipitates. We're going the stankiest thing you can smell.
I would like to draw an arrow at the man with the knife.
Okay.
As well.
Can I'm going to move to try and I'm going to do a couple things if you will allow me in the moment. First, I will cast hold person on the man with the knife.
Oh.
And I will also move to the priest and like grab him as like a way of like protecting him and move him away from the dead guy as like a, you're not safe. Hang on here. Like I'm trying to actually protect the priest. And if I stop him from healing the guy before
Don't
he can,
think we were next to him.
I don't know. I just got here. I don't know how
Yeah.
close we are. If I,
We were
if I
like,
can't do
kinda,
this,
I
tell
think
me
towards
and
the
I'll-
back of
I'll-
the crowd.
okay.
Sammy was up at the front.
Okay, I did not realize how far back I was.
Yeah, you're probably 30-40 feet away.
Oh. Hold person might only be like.
It's 60 feet. You're fine.
At 60.
Oh.
Yeah, you're good.
I'll still cast hold person on the guy with the knife. But
Okay.
I'm not going to get to the priest in time.
He would need to succeed with the natural 20
Okay.
in order to beat the 18. Okay, so I'm gonna roll this.
God.
He fails. He is held.
That means I get advantage on hitting him with my bow and arrow.
All right. So here's a fun little thing. While she's doing that, I'm gonna
But
cast
I was only going to
silvery
do the net.
barbs.
I was doing the same thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm casting silvery barbs on Arceus. But I'm giving the man the advantage. So I don't know how wham bam this all quickly happens. Would he be able to get the advantage to re-roll the wisdom save?
I think we have to stop taking actions and let the DM rule at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because my goal is to give this guy as much hope as I possibly can.
Okay.
I don't think killing Quintus is going to give him any hope, but that's, emotional 101.
Here's what I need. I need. I'm gonna pull this up. That's the wrong screen.
We need to do a turn order over here.
That's
See how this all goes.
might.
that is what I'm gonna do. I think that
So
would
I'm
be
hoping that Arceus beats Dak.
yes, because
that
if
I
you
beat
if
Jack
you want to
himself.
yes. Well, I mean, silvery barbs is a reaction, so
it's a reaction,
wherever
you
you're
can
at in the turnover it doesn't matter. But
It just depends on if Charlie gets his off before I do. That's all.
Correct. Yes.
okay. I guess you guys don't have tokens on the map, so let me
But
drag
We
them
just- I
out
mean,
real
we
quick.
just roll initiative and see who
Yeah,
has the highest.
just roll initiative. We can read it from the
Yeah.
from the
Pick
chat.
number and say that's what it is.
I got a 16.
Classic.
Oh, sorry. 16. Jack's got a 3.
I mean,
Arceus has got a
I don't
9.
have advantage on initiative. What the hell?
21!
yeah, that
Okay.
makes sense because you guys went first. You had
Yeah, right.
smoke bomb and
We
the
got to do our
spell.
thing real quick.
Yeah,
then it
Arceus and
goes
Riker,
me.
same time, throwing out the smoke bomb, turning it into a putrid mess. And then, I guess let me.
And of course, somebody yelling,
Yeah, I
"Fire!"
imagine Riker's going forward, just being like, "Chemical accident here, guys. I need everybody to disperse."
All right.
Is that 11? Nice.
That is the guy's turn. So he stabs and then is at an 11,
cleric too?
lunging for the clerics. Yeah, I suppose I could do the cleric as well. The cleric, we'll add 2 to this, so he's a 17. Okay.
Ooh. That's. Would the cleric attack the guy first, or would he try to
No,
get
he'd
out of the
heal
way?
him before he would be able to get away, is what would hopefully happen.
Would the healing... No, the healing wouldn't be an attack roll or anything like that, so it wouldn't change anything on silvery barbs.
Yeah.
I can reroll
Well,
my
let's see what the cleric
29 if you want.
Yeah, what would the cleric do in that point? Then, the man trying to lunge at him.
He would
The man wouldn't lunge into him until after his turn, so that's why he's probably just healing Quintus.
yeah
The guy's
he
still brandishing a knife at him, even if he doesn't get the stab off. Like
Yeah.
he sees the intention. I would think.
yeah. I think because the most important portion of this story was the narrative that you guys were all trying to weave, and I like the direction that it's going. So for the sake of this conversation, the cleric sees the guy brandishing the knife in his direction. This is not a combat cleric. This is somebody that was just pulled from the clergy of the local temple, and he sees somebody attacking him, and he is looking to the guards and is kind of skirting around, attempting to get as close to what he deems to be protection in the guards as possible. So then the next would be Sammy. What would you do with your turn?
Is Arsis shooting at 29? Oh, sorry.
You don't know yet.
Oh,
She's at a 9.
She is at a 9. Okay. My action, I'm not gonna do anything.
We'll say you're holding your action,
Except-
concentrating on the brooch maintaining the link of the memory. Does that sound fair?
Sure. Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
Then next is Arsis firing the bow, or firing the arrow
Force
that's
bow, yeah.
eventually going to ensnare.
My goal was to stop this guy from stabbing the cleric.
Okay.
Initially.
And so Sammy, you see the arrow being loosed, and you
I would
Silver
force
barbs.
the silvery barbs.
silvery
Yes.
barbs on that. Okay. Go ahead and
So it's 13 now.
okay. A
I think
13.
it's at like a 10.
Yeah, a 13 would still hit and ensnare
The guy's a commoner. That's
this
the natural
person.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Um,
he needs to make a DC wisdom strength saving throw. Let's see. DC strength, a strength saving throw.
He's got
Of what
advantage
is it?
on-
A 17?
He's got he got advantage because Charlie. It's 15.
Okay.
Why would he have advantage?
Silvery
Silvery
barbs.
Yeah.
All right, straight roll.
Ow.
Passes.
The arrow loose, Sammy silvery barbs. The net tries to ensnare this person, but driven by his rage, he continues forward. But then that's where Jack's that's where
Holds a
Drax
hand
hold
out, and there's
person.
a flash of yellow light behind his eyes as Ilmater commands you stop.
Wait, does he get an action?
He already had one.
He already took it.
Oh, did he? Did he? Okay. I
It
thought
was-
his 11 would. Okay.
Yeah, his 11 was probably pursuing the cleric. Since the cleric used their full action to move and get behind the guards, it makes sense that would
Got
be.
it. Okay.
Okay, so as the guy is trudging over in the direction, using his movement and his action to get close enough to be able to stab,
He stops because of
stops
Charlie,
because
or
of Charlie's hold person, dagger still clutched in his hand.
Now it's
Quintus
Riker and Rin.
still bleeding out. Riker and Rin. I'm going to roll for a group. We're gonna say DC 17 for your putrid smoke bomb.
The fart smell.
They panic.
90% of the crowd disperses. 3 individuals disperse far enough away, but are still now watching this with entertainment purposes from the far ends of the streets. The 3 teenagers being little shit rats.
Are they grouped up?
Yeah.
He's gonna cast a fireball.
No.
Fuck you!
Don't give them away.
Bullshits.
Okay, so Sammy and Riker, what do you do for your next turn?
It's not it's Ren and Riker.
Or I didn't.
Yeah.
I said Sammy,
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
meant
yeah.
Ren. Actually,
yeah, we know.
one I forgot the guards.
Do the guards freak out about the gas?
They do not. I'm going to take some liberties and say that there are certain things where the oaths that they have taken that would prevent them from fleeing under certain circumstances, where just a mere prestidigitation isn't going to be enough. Like if it was a charm or something, sure, but just a cantrip isn't going to be what does it. They hold their action to attack should the man that's brandishing the knife actually make an attack. So right now he is held, but if something were to happen to where he was able to use that knife against the priest, they will attack and promptly end this man's life. That is what they are doing. So Ren and Riker.
Riker turns to Ren and says, I could put them to sleep, but I don't know how good that would be.
The
I
guards?
don't know either.
No, the three little shits.
Oh, okay.
You know, at this point, it's probably better than nothing.
All right, Riker will go like right in the middle of the smoke so he isn't seen. So at this point he's obscured, and I will take out the sleep bomb and put it and toss it to where it'll hit the three teenagers.
Okay, so adding more smoke to the already existing
Yes.
smoke. This is some chemical warfare that is going on. All right.
Look, the Geneva Convention has not been invented yet. Okay.
What was
it is legal.
what was the DC that was associated with the smoke bomb? I imagine that I had one in there.
Oh, I think it was. I want to say it was 15.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, it's just a sleep spell. So did it get a save from it?
I don't think so. It's just HP, and it's a second level sleep
Yeah.
spell. So
10d8 or something like that.
Here, let's see here. I
have a
it's not
sleep. I can
paladin,
just.
I
roll.
have it.
Oh yeah.
I was gonna
Yours
post it
too.
up there too. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Put it in there.
So yeah, if it's second level, it's 78, I think.
all right,
Yeah.
you have
2d8
to
per level.
roll less than 12 HP to not put them all to sleep.
I mean, that could be ones. So
Okay, that is very true. So here's 6.
Okay.
16.
just made it.
Yes. All three of them, like just one grabbing their head, the other one pointing and laughing, the other one like just all in shock and awe. They all just kind of crumple and fall to the ground in a
At this
pile.
point, Riker will turn to Ren and say, "Okay, now let's heroically save those 3."
Hey,
And then like going like trying and like dragging them out of the smoke.
I like that. Yeah, Rin will
You
join him
trying
in
to get
dragging the
teenagers
teams
to
out.
like you, Riker?
What's that?
Trying to get teenagers to like you?
No, I'm just trying to
The
make sure we
youths.
have no witnesses.
Fair.
Alrighty. Who's next?
We
Sammy.
probably
Go.
should have had a turn order up on this.
I know. I
fine.
wanted one, but
It's
we decided
fine.
against it. We're okay. Sammy, you're
It's
next.
cleric.
We're good.
I'm up.
No, it's
Tammy.
It is the cleric. You're right. It is the cleric.
And Sammy. Yeah.
The
Just to be
cleric.
clear,
No.
point of order. The first
So-
smoke bomb, is that in the is that surrounding the stockade where Quintus is and whatnot? Like where
No,
is
it
that?
would have been just in front of the stockade
Crowd.
where the crowd was lingering. And even if it has like a 30-foot diameter
Radius.
or radius, whatever it is, it probably would have just encroached the front of the stockade. So the guards and the priest and the guy with the knife are all basically at the edge of that smoke. you, Sammy, would probably also still be in the smoke. Since you didn't really move during that time after it was tossed at you. I think in this moment, the priest would raise a hand and say a prayer towards the man with the knife. Something about a new day and the darkness not lasting forever, and trying to soothe their minds. Yeah. Let me... Sammy, what are you gonna do?
I'm just double checking something right quick. Okay, so...
All right, I'm gonna make a charisma saving throw for the calm emotions from the cleric. He fails.
Ooh.
He is
Does that mean
held.
that he's calm now?
He is held, so it is hard to discern because he is still dagger up in the hold person position. Yeah, you would probably have to make an insight check to be able to discern whether or not you feel that it took hold. But Sammy, cleric went. It's now your turn. You can see barely through the mist as the man is holding the knife, about to attack.
I just need to... I can't... Can I use a bonus action to do a quick attack? I don't even know.
Only if you do a melee attack with your action.
Better question, why?
I think it's because I had previously said something about holding on to the channeling the brooch was an action.
Okay.
Or like,
Well,
why does
because...
Sammy want to strike at someone?
Calls it a brooch. Cute.
I am going to... All right, so do I have to keep using an action to keep that brooch going?
In my mind, yes. While you are focusing on channeling the energy to basically control it, you have, and probably you're the only one that can see this, but there is a silvery tether that is from the bottom of this pen that traces its way through the crowd or the guards to the temple of this now calmed man. And I think because you're so intimately in tune with the memory and holding the brooch in the boons that you've received from the Raven Queen, you can sense that the energy of this memory, of this emotion, has changed from a fervor to a stillness.
Okay.
I did not expect this to happen today. You could have given me 100 guesses and I would have never thought we'd be here.
I will probably let go of the brooch at that point. That is about as intense it's gonna get right now without me wanting to do a million other things that are going to affect it. And then with my action, I'm gonna use that to disguise myself like one of the other regulars that I saw in the crowd. Maybe the woman.
Okay. The woman that was comforting him. Got it?
Yes. And I'm going to stay in the smoke. And that is going to be my action. And I will brandish the other assassin dagger that I have in hand,
Okay.
and I will be just on the edge of the smoke, closest to Quintus.
Okay, so this will be leaving the smoke in order to get to Quintus, because Quintus was never
I'm
in the
staying
smoke.
in the smoke.
Oh, okay.
But I want to be as close to Quintus as I possibly can.
You were also extremely close to the guards as well at this point. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah, 100%.
All right. A hold person, do they get to make a save at the end of their turn?
Yes.
I didn't post the description, did I?
It does, yes.
Yeah, on the end of each of its turns, it makes another wisdom saving throw.
And you said your DC was 17?
18.
Fucking A. That's right, because
You
I
need
think
that
I said that he
+2
needed a
anyway.
I think I said that he needed a natural 20 in order to get it.
Yep.
Okay, he is still held on his turn at the end of his turn. A 9, it is now Arsis.
So what I want to do is I want to step around the smoke so that I get a clear line of the stockade.
Okay.
Then I want to cast Hunter's Mark. And I want to dump everything to Quintus. I want to finish him. Yeah.
Okay.
And so we're going to do...
He is currently
Like
at
that?
0 HP, so he is unconscious. So
Yeah.
every
I'm
attack
a-
from
okay.
ranged will be 1 failed death save, or is it 2? Is it only melee attacks that
It's
is
only
2?
melee that's 2.
Okay, that's what I thought. So each one will be 1 failed death save.
I'm gonna do the -5 to do extra damage, the Hunter's Mark, and my Ranger shit, plus Ardu's stuff. I'm gonna do as much damage as I can. I'm trying to kill him.
Oh god, you gotta make me pull out Quintus's stat block.
Hell yeah, brother.
He doesn't
All
have
the
an
things
AC.
that
He's
you
not wearing
expected, it
armor.
was
He's
not
wearing
this.
rags. He doesn't have armor.
Yeah, he doesn't have his armor, but I just need to check his HP, because like I imagine that if she deals his natural HP and damage, then
Dead.
yeah.
And so it'll be -5 on all these rolls to hit. I'm assuming I got advantage because he can't move.
Sure. Your first attack at 19 hits.
Oh,
That's a 27.
Oh wait, no, sorry. I was
Oh.
looking at an old one. Yeah, 27 hits.
So we got to add all of this math in there because it's going to be a lot of stuff. So we're going to add that. And so Ardu's getting in on this with his, I think he is lightning right now, by the way. So the first damage is not very much. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 points of damage on the first hit.
Okay. And 1 failed death saving throw.
Second hit.
That'll hit.
And oh no! Plus, I'm sorry. Since I got the -5 on those, do they still hit?
oh,
The first one, the second one. 12.
No. 12 doesn't hit.
Well, then add 10 damage to even without his armor. Interesting.
It's 10 plus dex, so if he has a higher than 12 dex, then yeah, it's what it is.
So then the first one just add 10 to that because I would have done it with the archer feat that I have.
Okay.
sniper feet. Yeah.
Sure.
But then the second one doesn't hit. So
Okay. So 1 failed death saving throw. Got it. Okay, whose turn is that? That's the end of your turn. That's all you have, right? Anything
Yeah,
from
other than
our
just
dude?
letting
Does your
Ardu over there
horse
to
come
bite
up over and bite him?
No, just lightning comes out of my horse's mouth.
I
Normal,
imagine
very
innocent
cool, no
bystanders just see this horse standing there and just open the mouth and lightning shoots out of it.
No, we got rid of the innocent bystanders. That was the point.
Yeah, no, I just somebody doing dishes
The
in
guards.
their apartment upstairs and looking out of the window, being like, "Oh, what's going on over there?" And a horse just. Anyways, okay.
That person.
Never seen a horse do that before.
Yeah, I need to go lie down. Okay. So that's Arsis. Next is Jack, I
Jack.
believe.
Jack is gonna hard approach, or wherever the spectacle and everyone on the man and the knife and the priests and the guards are.
Yeah.
Kind of make a big show of. It's okay. I have held him. I will walk onto the stage, and I will go. This is absolute pandemonium, and I will turn to the two guards. I need you to help secure the courtyard. Don't let anybody else in. We don't know what kind of gas this is. And I'm gonna try and convince them to fuck off for a minute.
Okay. Give
Will
a.
this be an action? Is my first question. If I do this, I'm just trying to like.
No,
quickly,
this is.
like assume command of like I have him under control. There's a danger going on. First people I turn to are these friendly guards. Help
Yeah,
me.
give me a persuasion check. As they are looking, and this man seems to be unnaturally frozen, as he is, standing there with his dagger, and you claim to be the one that has, held him, removing that particular threat. Go ahead and give a persuasion check with advantage, with the DC being 13.
I
already
already
passed.
passed it, but
Yeah.
just for,
Oh.
just for
20,
funsies.
nat 20, nat 20.
Less than that, so 22.
Ah.
Okay. The guards see you in, your armor, looking official, and potentially even recognizing you from being associated with the heroes of the realm, and seeing that the immediate threat of the knife is secured. The two of them fan out, blocking off the two main entrances into this particular courtyard where they're being kept, nodding to your command.
All right, I will then turn to the priest and go, "Are you okay? Did he hit you? Those knives can have very, very bad consequences." And as I kind of approach him, I'm gonna try and distract him. And if he tries to move around me to get to the dying guy, I will use my action. But I'm gonna try and hold him and distract him as long as I can, just by saying like, "Are you hurt? Are you okay? I've seen these knives. It's the kind they use at the Capitol that they could have dire consequences."
He briefly acknowledges you in a relatively calm tone. Thank you. May the light bless you. And I am safe, free from harm for the moment. Just glad that you all were here to protect.
It's good. Maybe here. I'm not sure how long I could hold him. You should go run back to your church. Maybe get help if you can. And that can be my action if it's a lot of persuading in one turn. I'm okay
Yeah,
with that.
if we, because he's going to protest. I was charged by the crown to keep this prisoner alive.
I understand, but it's not worth your life, man. You can use my name. I am Jack Dawes of the Church of Ilmater. If you need to say who took control and told you to save yourself, you can throw my name out. I will take the fall for whatever happens here.
Give me another persuasion check. This will be your action.
That is fine. 25.
Oh, nice. DC was a 26.
Yeah, fuck you.
he looks at you and bows his head, and offers, I have great trust in the house, or somebody that embodies the suffering nature of Ilmater. For sometimes those who find solace in their suffering are able to find new hope in a new dawn. Bless you, child. And he wanders away from the courtyard in a brisk pace, leaving the guards looking outward, the children asleep in a pile, and any commoners that you can see immediately in the vicinity having vacated. Now, it's impossible to avoid all prying eyes, but
That's fine. I just with my like eager, bright kind of eyes, like looking out, watching the man go, the eyes instantly shift and then look down at the dying man.
okay.
Do a little tilt and then look up at everyone else.
All right, back to the top with Riker and Rin.
Are we still saving the youths, Riker?
So I imagine at this point we drug them out of like the smoke, so the youths are probably saved.
Probably spun them around too, so if they wake up, they're not looking at it.
Yeah.
Actually, put them in awkward, compromising positions as a joke, so they. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
And then Keenum comes in and draws dicks on their head. Yes.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Clean 'em.
So looking out, so with the guards and the crowd dispersed, what are we seeing? What is left?
When it comes to initiative and being in combat, I imagine you're at your most alert, being aware of the threats. You guys have been doing this, so immediately you know to look for the guards. You clock their locations, and you find your companions, and then lastly, you see Quintus in the stockades with a singular arrow, having.
No, there's no arrow.
It doesn't produce a.
It's an energy longbow. It doesn't actually have physical bolts. That as soon as it hits, it disperses.
I didn't even think about that. I had just always assumed.
I can use regular arrows.
That's probably what I'm thinking of.
I'm choosing not to.
Okay. Yeah. You find. Well, yeah. You see a slumped over Quintus, with blood pooling beneath his clasps.
Okay. With everyone gone, and just Quintus seemingly dead, I think Riker would be able to tell that. I think Riker would probably make his way back to Arsis and just say, is it done?
I missed.
But he looks not alive.
I'm not so sure.
Rin's just pacing. She's panicking. This is all very uncomfortable.
Riker's just like,
she forfeits her turn.
Riker's just like, oh, beans.
What'd you say about beans?
He says, oh, beans.
Oh,
like,
beans.
Oh,
Oh, gotcha. I thought you said, I'm a beans. And I'm like, what the hell does that mean?
That's
Okay.
my character, by the way.
That's some Zoomer talk
Andrew,
right
please
there.
say I'm a bean next time the new character comes along.
Because, like, yeah, I can't. I mean, Riker can't do anything that would not be a dead giveaway.
And like, for Rin, she very specifically like had a whole conversation with Quintus that was like, no, I'm not gonna kill you, you should like have some justice. Like, this hasn't been justice, but murdering him isn't really just. She can't deal.
Okay, DM, as an action,
Yeah.
can I look at Quintus? Like, can I just examine him from a distance to see if he's like dead?
Yeah, you can make a medicine check.
Not quite corpse-like yet. course, I don't know what death saving throws he's been throwing afterwards.
23.
With a 23, it hasn't been that long, but with the wounds that he has, even with the no visible arrow,
Evidence.
you can, no visible evidence of where the wounds came from outside of knowing that he was stabbed. You discern that if he is dead, no, I'm sorry. I was thinking about it. I don't think that the blood is still coming out too fast. You can't see any wounds outside of one that you wouldn't assume to be lethal on its own.
John, can I propose something real fast?
Yeah, go for it.
When somebody's bleeding out, you can see the blood spurt based on their heartbeat.
Yeah, so that's where I was saying it's coming out too fast. So like you can. Yeah, you can. I guess in that regard, you can tell that there is still some semblance of life left.
Okay. Riker looks to Arceus and says, I'm not sure the smoke will be up much longer. Can you just make your next shot count, please? Oh my god, English is hard today.
I will also say there's something Rin, Arceus, basically I think even Sammy, you didn't stealth, but you are disguised. Yeah.
I'm still in the smoke, yes.
Yeah. The smoke, I guess I'll just say the only thing that you can tell is you do not see Sammy. Sammy is nowhere to be seen at this point. But okay. Whose turn was it? It was still Rin and Riker's finishing up.
Yeah, Riker just looks at Arceus and just tells her to make the next shot count because the smoke probably won't be up much longer.
Okay. I'll nod.
Sammy?
So out of the smoke, the woman rushes to Quintus, and brandishing the other assassin dagger, is gonna stab him in the head.
Okay.
I get advantage because he's unconscious.
Yep.
That's 2 death saving throws if you hit.
Why did it do that?
That's just sneak attack.
That's just damage.
It's just damage.
All right, we're just gonna do the dragon tooth dagger. See, there you go. It's
a 20 at the
22
minimum.
Yeah, 22 to hit.
Yeah.
But we'll use the first roll of damage. I don't know why it didn't roll the damage or the attack roll. So 19 points of damage.
Okay.
But because he's unconscious and it's a melee attack, it's 2 failures, correct?
Yep. And he already suffered 1.
Yes.
If there was any doubt, there is none any longer. With this attack, Quintus is dead. The blood no longer pulsing out, just a small trickle of what gravity is doing. Large pool kind of oozing through the cracks of the wooden platform, creating a slick surface.
I wish you get out of here.
Agreed.
I don't know where Sammy went, but Jack, we gotta go.
I mean, Jack was like right there. Did I see this mysterious woman just stab the guy in the neck?
Having been at the crowd, I don't think it would be unreasonable for you to briefly recognize this woman as somebody that was in the crowd.
Okay.
But there is still the man that is under the hold person spell holding the knife.
Yep. I will take the knife from his frozen self, look him in the eyes and go, listen closely. You need to run. Lead the city. Don't look back. And I will drop the spell while holding the knife.
Frantically, he stumbles backwards and is looking around, massacred. The memory of what he even did, how he even ended up in this situation removed. He does. He heeds your word and flees with all of his speed, rushing past one of the guards as he was guarding the exit. The guard then turns back around to you guys to see a woman standing. Go ahead, Sammy.
I would have stabbed Quintus, and then I would have immediately began running in the opposite direction of the guards.
Okay.
Between buildings and shit.
Okay. We'll see that. Looking back to you guys, seeing that the area is dispersed and now seeing the threat has left. I think one of the guards would look back to you guys, looking for any indication on what had happened with the civilian that was in the manic rage. The other guard would yell out, "You can't let him get away. He needs to pay for his crime."
He was possessed. He wasn't himself. Whatever nefarious beings caused this tricked him into trying to, succeeding in doing something, but that man was not himself. You have bigger problems. The smoke bombs, the distraction. Someone planned this. Jack's bullshitting. Fully.
I will cast Pass Without a Trace and grab Riker and Rin and start to disappear into the shadows.
This is so wild.
Rin's gonna message Sammy, just kind of like trying to spam it wherever he might be, and say, "Meet us at the Laughing Glass." And then she's gonna whisper that to Arsis and Riker.
Well, I've grabbed you, and yeah.
Yeah. She's just gonna say it to you guys. We gotta go to Laughing Glass.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
But Jack.
I'll message him next. He's on the list. He's getting the text.
I'm not on the chain.
As
You're
you're
in the text group, choose group chat.
As you're running away, the last thing that you see is one of the guards walking up to Quintus to see his lifeless body, and you can see a look of fear and disappointment and
Oh shit, I'm in so much trouble.
yes, exactly that. And the other guard looking up into, figure out where these smoke bombs came from, trying to survey the area for additional threats, and seeing you guys leave.
I will say that I left that last assassin dagger impaled in Quintus.
Ooh, very good. Very good evidence leaving. Okay. I need to use the restroom. We're gonna resume here in just a moment. Very good stuff.
Bird.
What the heck?
How? Yeah,
We did it.
I'm gone for 40 minutes, and y'all get in the biggest fucking trouble.
Yeah, pretty much.
Doing.
You don't understand. We had to kill
Putting
someone.
a condemned man out of his misery because they were fucking torturing him.
Charlie,
This is
when the question is murder, you say yes.
Y'all.
Come on, aren't you like a conquering paladin or something like that?
Nope. I'm a redemption.
He's a redemption paladin.
You should be a conquering paladin.
That's boring. Oh, what the hell?
What? You don't like our storytelling when you're not here?
I mean, it's a bit more. It's pretty murdery.
It was mercy killing. Gotta count for something.
Yeah, John was messaging me like, if they jump right to the heist early, what are you going to be doing? And I told John, but in the back of my head, I'm like, this group's not going to jump right to the heist early. Kidding?
Yeah. So I think one thing that a lot of groups always do, right, is anytime somebody's missing, they'll find ways to purposefully
Stall.
avoid,
Yeah.
the stalling tactic.
For sure, yeah.
I think you're thinking way too highly of us. I think this would have happened regardless if Charlie was here or not.
Yeah, right. They said, how many days do we have until we're supposed to meet the Redeemers Guild? Oh, 1 or 2 days. Okay, we're gonna explore the city, and we're gonna spend at least 3 more days
I was
before
gonna
we
say,
get to the
this
heist.
This is the same day as when we ended last
Wait.
session, right?
Yes.
Cool. Which means you guys remember you guys still have Windwalk active, right? You know that.
Oh yeah, that's right. What a treat.
I imagine in the moment, even though they have Windwalk, having just learned it, their instincts probably said,
It
hey,
also
use
takes
your
a
feet.
solid minute of you just standing there like, I'm turning into wind, I'm turning into wind, for a whole minute before you become the wind.
That's too
Happy
good.
little clouds.
Oh, man.
How was birthday dinner?
Oh, it was fine. It's very low key. My whole family lives in town, so it was just like, we just ordered something and there was cake.
Nice.
He was mostly distracted by her 2-year-old grandson, my nephew. So it was pretty much like once dinner and cake was done and they were all playing, I'm just like, I'm gonna bounce.
I got things.
I'm hanging out with them again for Father's Day on Sunday, so it's like, it's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, it's Father's Day.
Yeah,
on
text your
Sunday.
dad.
Yeah, I'll give him a call.
But I do have I did bring cake home, so I may eat that later.
No,
I had some-
don't eat it on
Nice.
screen.
For ice cream and all of the
It's-
ice, but ice cream.
It's from a place called Nothing Bunt Cake.
Nothing bunt cake.
Yeah, one here.
Nothing Bunt Cake. Really
That's
good.
funny.
It's really rich. I probably won't even eat anymore tonight because I had a slice already and it's so rich. I'm like, ugh.
Dense.
It's dense. So much chocolate. It's like chocolate cake with chocolate chips and rich like sugar vanilla frosting. It's really good.
Yeah, I like that one.
I think the most surprising out of that whole interaction was Sammy's use of the brooch.
Yeah.
No,
That's what they've been making
Brooch.
fun of you for the entire
it
time.
is
that.
brooch.
Brooch.
Yeah.
Holy shit! I've been saying it wrong my whole life.
Brooch.
That's why they kept saying brooch, brooch.
Who spells it with the double O?
It's gotta be
Brooch.
fucking
Brooch.
German or something.
Roach.
F's in the chat. I'm gonna go back and
We're gonna redub it all.
yeah, I'm gonna redub it all.
DJ was calling it brooch too, and I was like,
Yeah,
Roach.
Brooch. Yeah, Brooch.
No,
I'm gonna-
roach.
I'm
Congo.
yeah, I'm gonna put this into my video editor, and you're just gonna every time I go to say brooch, it's just gonna have the Google AI
Brooch.
brooch pop up in there.
Brooch.
Yes,
Brooch.
exactly.
Brooch. Yeah,
Oh
100% Brooch.
God!
So, I just wanted to say, guys, that I really had intentions of this guy going even further, and that memory just, like that last fleeting moment, I thought he was gonna die.
Originally, I did too. I thought that was gonna be part of the
we
memory.
Saved the guy, we saved the youths. All is good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the teenagers are safe to be shitbags to somebody else.
Yeah.
I was really hoping that the Raven Queen would get a nice, juicy, like up and down roller coaster right there.
I mean, honestly, just his misery probably would have been enough for her. You didn't have to like make. This
Yeah,
guy
that was a pretty
murderer.
good one.
I wanted it worse.
Obviously.
Charlie, are you? No, not Charlie. Fucking DJ. DJ, are you teasing the Raven Queen?
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, I mentioned her
yes,
hard.
Mommy.
The Raven Queen? How dare you?
That little goonette.
Charlie, roll a d20 for the wisdom save.
That's just funny though. I passed high enough.
Okay.
All right. So you all fuck
I
me.
suspect somewhere in the winding streets of the city behind a building, I would drop the disguise and then find my way back to the Laughing Lass.
I can't tell you how incredibly cringe I feel for having been pronouncing that wrong for years. Years.
It's not
Sorry.
a common word. I
And
mean,
it's pretty
Also-
commonly mispronounced that way, so.
Oh.
A brooch.
you were calling it
Considering
brooch.
I don't even have any or having owned one, it was just something that I read in a book one time. Okay, anyways, moving on.
Common way to mispronounce everything.
Yeah, at least I'm not confusing lose and lose.
Bury and
Thank
bury.
goodness.
Anyways, okay. So the message was to meet at the Laughing Lass, and you all
Does
go ahead.
Jack know where that is?
I
Find
think
it.
in my mind, unless you guys, because Jack was right there when Riker,
Yeah, but we passed
Left.
without a trace.
you did pass without it. Would you have purposefully not included Jack in the spell?
No. We put him in the
Far away.
in the
I
text
don't know
chat.
how far away you want me to be at this point because I lost the plot slightly. So
Okay, I imagine that Jack and Sammy were up at the podium and we were behind the smoke on the edges of the thing, and so she grabs those two, just passes her and disappears. But then Rin is going to message Jack to say Laughing Lass. My question was, does Jack know where the Laughing Lass is?
For simplicity,
the message
he
he's
asks a
going to-
guard and finds out where the Laughing Lass is, and you all arrive somehow mysteriously at the same time. Movie
That
magic.
works.
And you all are there, reconvened, far away from the. I guess not super far away from it all.
Far enough away from danger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do?
Was that?
A mercy.
Can we talk about what that was?
Please,
part
that
of
was a
it.
mercy killing.
Oh wait, hold on. I think we need to do something first. Can we get some drinks over here? I feel like they might be needed for some of us.
The club music going on in the background, the tiefling, dancing on a small.
The music box.
No, we'll be okay. But yeah, maybe next time I'll have it prepared if we're going to visit Mama Lysandre.
Always.
Sorry, drinks. Yeah, a round of drinks is promptly brought over.
Riker hands his drink to Rin.
Bless.
Subtract 4 silver for the total of your drinks.
I'll also chug mine down.
Okay, actually, explain on that a little bit more. Rin just messaged me something that I had clearly forgotten and didn't put in my notes.
We didn't pair tab last time.
Because you guys were super drunk?
We bought a fuckload of fancy alcohol and didn't tab. I just remembered that.
Whoops.
Okay.
We're still gonna walk in like nothing and ask for drinks.
Yeah.
We're still gonna do it.
I mean, we are all fucking.
You are breaking up, Miss
Oh
Darling.
no, internet.
Oh,
No.
Bree, are you dead?
Enjoy that frozen
I'm not-
face
You're
when
back.
you watch this
You're
episode back, Rin.
I still saw all of you.
Okay. Here's how we do it. The bartender that was servicing you was not Mama Lysandre. It was actually just a waitress that was wandering around topless, and you ordered drinks, and she brought them to you. After a few moments, we'll resolve that new piece of information. Okay, carry on with your conversation about what the fuck was that.
It was
You know that they're just
What
gonna
part
bring
of
him
that
back,
are you
right?
referring to?
I mean the murder.
What part? I mean, we killed him because he was being tortured. Horse Coast Lane, you don't continue to make it walk on things. You put it out of its misery.
Do you
Once
really
again-
think that they're going to bring him back? They're going to waste resources on him?
We got rid of all the witnesses. Of course they're gonna bring him back.
They have a kid. I don't know. I don't see why they would bother.
Well, isn't it a little mysterious that this sideshow disappears out of nowhere?
I mean, they'll think
Yes.
something is suspicious, but I don't think they'll pin it on us if that's what you're thinking.
I'm not saying they're gonna pin it on us. I'm just saying what a waste
A waste of what?
of that random man's life, of making Quintus go through the pain of fully dying just for him to come all the way back.
I don't think they'll do that. He's a criminal.
But they haven't killed him yet. Why wouldn't they bring it? They've got this sideshow that makes the people happy in a time of dire need to make people happy.
There were so few people there at that point.
There were still a few dozen.
Look,
Anybody who was
even
there
if
was
there's,
happy.
look, I think there's a pretty good chance. I don't know how much, but I think there's at least a chance he won't be brought back. And I think doing what we did was still worth it, because I don't know about you. I couldn't just sit by anymore. He needed to be put out of his misery, even though we don't bring him.
Disgusting.
Okay.
Well, we'll keep
I
an
mean,
eye
it's
on
done.
things. Yeah. We'll have to keep an eye on things, and I admit that was a bit messy, but at the end of the day, just
Regret that man got stuck in it all.
yeah.
Gonna get blamed and hunted.
I have a question. Sammy, what did you tell that man to make him do that?
Just told him to do the thing that he wanted to do. Really.
That was
But why?
His whole entire family was murdered because of that man's actions.
I'm not asking you to justify what you did. I'm asking you, what did you tell him?
Told him, do it. At the end of the day, I don't know if he's even going to remember it. And I tapped the brooch.
I squint hard at you at that and say nothing else.
That's kind of a weird way to word things. Well, what do you mean he won't remember it?
So, like, you guys know that I'm back for whatever magical, religious, mystical link.
Yeah, Riker and Rin worked really hard to get you that link to come back.
What do you guys know about the Raven Queen?
You don't know anything about her because you don't know it's her.
Name. God damn it! Fuck. All right, so then I'll begin describing the entity that I saw.
Which I believe
see
the
it
last time we discussed this, Jack
Yeah.
had even alluded to it as he was playing dead in the dining room area.
I saw nothing like that when I crossed over.
Yeah, no,
Right.
neither did I.
Jack, you're closest to any sort of religious figure. You were making some comments in front of my family. What do you know?
I know that knowing the will of the gods is a fool's errand. I know what her domain is. I know vaguely in what she deals with. I'm not one of her disciples. I was merely a quick study when I was both becoming a paladin and, well, when you're in prison for a while, you end up doing a lot of reading.
What's her name?
The Raven Queen?
Well, this Raven Queen had charged me with finding memories.
That's why she let you come back. See,
And
she's not one. Once she has someone crossing over from life into death, she's not one to let them go back to the land of the living, not without her blessing or her charge in this case.
Why Sammy and not me or Miss Arsis?
I will repeat, understanding the will of the gods is a fool's errand. The fact is, she chose Sammy.
Have been something
Maybe
to do with
because-
the orb.
Maybe because of the orb, maybe because of the book that you both used to save his life. For whatever reason, tampering with magic that plays with the realms of life and death, she's going to notice. And
she wants
clearly,
painful memories. And
wonderful.
There's a ton of painful memories in this city, Sammy.
And you just
Is that why you wanted me to go to Monroe?
oh. God, that would be such a good thing. That's out of character. That's
Yeah,
out of character.
DJ says, not Sammy.
Yes.
God damn it! Why did I
Holy
think of that?
shit. That's great.
Also, hey, I don't know if I ever said anything, but I'm pretty sure DJ, I let you know there will be no using of this brooch on any player character without their express permission, that would be
100%,
considered
yeah.
a PvP moment that I would not allow that to be wished upon you.
For sure.
Unless
I
you
totally
wanted it.
understand.
It was still a good connection.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think your logical connection there is 100% correct.
No, I wanted you to know that. But you can get any sort of closure. But if,
I don't know if I trust your closure, Sammy. That was really scary. Man lost control.
I didn't tell him to do anything that he didn't want to do already.
But
You
were
took a man who was conflicted and you put your thumb on the scale.
100%.
That's the same thing.
No. I merely showed him the path. He still had to walk it.
but
he
you
wanted to.
heard it.
100%. Don't you ever want to do things?
I mean, like
Needed-
in general, I mean, sure, there are things I want to do.
Sometimes you just need that push.
I think it
A
depends on
push
who's
to
doing the
anger?
pushing, though.
And into hate? And into destruction? I wanted Quintus out of his misery for mercy's sake. I have just as right to be as angry as anybody else for what he did to my family.
That man lost 2 children and a wife.
My heart breaks for him, but now he's lost his life and his freedom too.
Here's
all
my
ran
problem
off.
with it, Sammy. You
He ran
convinced
off.
him to do it because you didn't want to do it yourself. Because you didn't want to get caught doing it. So, yeah, let the random peasant take the fall for you. Just like if you would have died and we wouldn't have brought you back, we would have had to take the fall to tell your family about your actions. Do you not see a pattern here, Sammy? You're fine sacrificing others so you don't have to do the hard work.
It was me that built Quintus. So,
When no one could see you and you were disguised as someone else. You disguised yourself as a woman from the crowd. If the guards had seen you, they would have gone for that woman. She would have, again, taken the fall for you.
and if it would have been me up there, then you guys would have been dragged into it.
Yep. At least the people responsible would have taken the fall that time, though.
You weren't responsible for it. Riker wasn't responsible. Rin wasn't responsible. Arceus.
If we hadn't have
wasn't
stopped you, we would have been responsible. We are
I was
responsible
just
for it. We
responsible.
are responsible for it. What are you talking about? We are all
We
responsible.
all had a hand to play in what happened.
Rin looks off quietly.
You did technically have a hand in it because you helped with the distraction.
She played prestidigitation and that was it.
Look, hand or
She was
finger,
getting rid of people being in danger.
hand or finger, you're still in this.
Hmm? And that's one thing that we've struggled, Sammy, with you specifically, is being in this together. Have your back. We've had your back so many times. And when it counts, you do have our back. But there are so many times where you don't share your thoughts with us and we just don't know what to expect or what's going to happen. Or we're having to make guesses or scramble to figure out what you're doing. And it's terrifying. And I
Rin
thought
goes
we
up
had
to the
earned
bar
your
to get another
trust
drink.
by now.
Sammy,
I don't
you
know.
feel an incredible tug at your ear. And as you're pulled in the general direction of the tension, you hear the familiar voice of Mama Lysandre. You owe me quite the sum, you and your friends, last time you were here. And she comes around the leather couch to be in front of you and sits on your lap.
She sits on Sammy's lap.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. She sits on his lap, still holding firm on the ear, looking at the rest of you. 250 gold pieces of debt that I had to sit on for quite some time.
Oh yeah, it was kind of a lot, wasn't it?
I don't remember that.
What did we do?
Bottles
lot of
and
booze.
bottles and drinks for everyone.
And like a lot of nice bottles too. We can pay our tab right now if that's okay with you.
Oh, you're gonna do a lot more than just pay your tab.
Mom?
I'll throw in another like 50 gold.
Interest that I'm gonna collect in personal favors.
I mean that's what the 50 gold is for, the interest.
I don't think she wants more gold.
Riker, are you wearing your mask?
Yes. Or it's around my neck right now, but yeah, I have it on my person.
Okay. She looks at you. Put that back on.
Why?
Because
Jack
I like
snort into his drink.
the mystery. You're
just
a
like-
new face. I haven't seen you around here before. I don't even know if you're from this area. Pointing towards Jack.
I didn't know they had a debt. I just met them 3 days ago.
Been a week.
You're associating with them. Come
True.
give Mama Lysandre a kiss. Right here. And she puckers. With the mask, please.
With the mask.
The beak.
Yeah, Riker will just very awkwardly go in and touch the beak to her lips.
And then she kind of leans her head back, and she's reaching out for any sort of like purchase on your clothes to like hold the position there for just a moment longer.
She licks the tip.
Yes, goes very, very naughty style, and then turns to releases Riker from her grasp and turns to be pervy against Sammy. Is that a gold bar you have in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
Let me just get this crowbar out of the way.
As he physically moves the crowbar.
The actual crowbar in his pants.
I'll take the gold now, and then a kiss from you to seal it off. Lips
Above board,
to
a
lips.
kiss from who?
From you.
You, Sammy.
Yeah,
Me?
you say
God
she's
damn it.
sitting on your lap.
No, the religious guy over there. He probably wants it more.
I'll let him off this
Oh.
time. I haven't seen his face with your kind before, but if he continues to associate with scoundrels that refuse to pay their tab, and you ladies, while you're very beautiful, you're not my type.
Definitely gonna think twice about it from here on out. Thank you for the insight in this group. I'm still getting to know them.
She holds her hand out expectantly for the sum of money.
Rin will jot it down in her book of our adventurers funds. Riker, go to the bag of holding.
Riker just like is like, oh right, and he'll go into the bag of holding and
Are you gonna pay
And-
the 250 or the 300?
I just did 250 from the. Are we giving her an extra 50?
Riker would give her the 300.
yeah.
All right.
He feels
from
bad.
the party funds.
She takes the sack and doesn't wait for Sammy to pay up his end. She takes it from him with a quick slobbery lick of his lips, and then
Oh no, I
struts
play
up.
into it. I lick her right back.
Okay. Sorry, it's only okay when I do it. I can't have it happen back to me.
He's out perving right now. He's out
But he
perving.
can't
Back of my
take it.
head, and I just lay
Yeah, you need
into
to
it.
commit.
100%.
Oh God. Okay. Yeah, you guys witness a
One hand on
very.
the back of her head, the other one on the small of her back, and I
It
just
is a
pull
very
her in.
awkward situation sitting there.
100%.
She is equivalent to a hag without her disguise and very bad, like colorful eyeshadow, and it is not a pretty sight to behold. But after a few moments, she withdraws breathily, breathing heavily, and I'm gonna remember that for the rest of my life, and struts off.
I say, I'm gonna hold her by the chin for just 1 second, and I say, I hope.
And she goes, and you see her go into a back room where undoubtedly she's placing that 300 gold coins into some form of a safe or placing it in safekeeping.
Riker
But-
immediately takes his mask off and begins like disinfecting the entire beak. Just vigorously getting all of that out.
Okay.
So, where were we at then?
Honestly, I don't remember.
I think maybe we should just go.
No, I need another drink first.
I don't know.
Button,
You have to pay
too.
for it.
I don't know. Does this look clean to you guys? I think I got everything, but I'm not entirely sure.
Think it
Rin will
was
give it a
spot
prestidigitation.
No, wait. I still see a spot. There's no spot. Riker is just scrubbing it even more because he's barely.
Yep. Out damn spot. Yeah, no, we got it.
Yeah. Our poor little Lady Macbeth.
The waitress who served you drinks before comes over with several small glasses filled with a light brown liquid with a bottle uncorked on it, and she sets it down. From Mama Lysandre. On the house, your debt has been paid.
Thank you, madam.
Yeah.
I will take a quick shot and rinse my mouth out. And I'll swallow most of it, but I'll spit a little bit out on the ground at my feet.
Gross.
Yeah.
No, you're
Situation. Yes, the whole situation was gross.
Okay. What do you all do now? Do you continue your conversation about Sammy murdering, or
Point, I'm not sure I care anymore.
No, I think that's getting tabled.
We're just gonna put that in the back of our minds right now.
Yeah.
Okay. Left on the docket for today, I believe there was the intention of going to visit Arsis's parents.
Yeah, let's go to my parents' house, nice and drunk.
Sounds great.
You don't have to.
What do you thought? Riker's totally sober.
You're more than welcome to. You still have another day before you're due to meet the Redeemers Guild. So I suppose you could find a place to hole up for the evening and go back to your parents' house in the morning if you would rather.
Yeah, we're not staying here.
No.
Though there are rooms.
Great.
Yeah,
It's an hourly rate.
It is an hourly rate.
I could probably talk to Mama Lysandre again.
Please don't. I don't have any more left in me.
Oh, but I got so much more for you,
You're
Poppy.
what
I know you do. I know you do. Okay. The rest of the evening. Do you guys want to find some random tavern or random inn to stay at? Do you want to use your little will-o-wisp air travel and the speed of sound and go back home?
Probably be the safest bet for us to go back to Marsember tonight so that when we return to Suzail tomorrow, it's more official.
How many times can you use that?
It's
Trinket.
once a day, but it lasts 8 hours after I cast it. So, don't know how long
Has
it's
it been 8 hours?
Great question.
At this
No, I'm not going to say that it's been 8 hours, but it is getting close.
So it was like a half an hour to fly here, and then Queen, murder, bar.
Yeah.
Sounds like a clue game.
Yeah, I would say that if you flew back to Marzimber, you probably wouldn't have the opportunity to use it again for the day.
I don't think we
Yeah.
want
Oh yeah, no, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's a great idea. I think we should go home.
Okie Standing outside, T-posing for a minute, and then...
No, I do the Sailor Moon pose.
Oh, nice. Yes.
Oh no. You have to sing the theme now.
Sailor Moon, I punish you.
And you all whisk or wisp? Anyways,
Wisp.
you
Yes.
you
Whiskey whisk.
you
It's kind of both, actually,
fly
yeah.
away into the midday sun and head back to Marzember, where you promptly arrive over Sammy's freshly filled grave in the backyard. What do you do for the remainder of the evening?
Well, that was an eventful day.
Not what I
Like that with
expected.
us. Most days
I
are
think I need
eventful.
to go like triple clean the mask. I still don't. Still doesn't feel right.
I think I need to go triple clean my soul after today. We almost
I'm
got
just gonna
thrown
wander
in
off
prison.
into the garden and start digging as a trauma response.
Bryn pulls out a bottle of wine and she's continuing to drink for the day.
Yeah, just pulling out bulbs
Better
and
wants to join her, they
transplanting
can.
them 5 feet away, just replanting the same portion of the
Making sure
garden.
that there's no weeds at all. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, good weed.
We still have the bottle from Lady Lysandre, right? We took
Yeah.
it with us, correct?
Yeah, sure, we took it with us.
Fuck yeah.
That works.
Hold on. If we saw the bottle of Riker's like, oh, perfect. He grabs the bottle and like a rag, puts some of the alcohol in the rag, and starts like disinfecting his mask with the alcohol.
Perfect.
Look at the bottle.
Gonna make it
How,
sticky.
what kind of I know it's a brown liquid. Is there any label or anything like that on the outside of it?
Yeah, it's called Daniel's Jack.
Yeah. No, Daniel's Jack. No, it is a Chelton whiskey.
You really like that kiss, Sammy.
Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah, we know that about you already. Sorry, I won't harp on anymore. And I just grab a drink.
The remainder of the day appears to be filled with drunken stupor until the night comes.
Just, like, it's pussy. It's dealing with your stuff on the inside.
Yeah.
But that's talking to your friends.
Does Rin or Jack just like pass out on like the table or something?
He drinks, but he doesn't get drunk. Like he's just drinking to do something.
Okay.
Bryn's getting drunk, but she'll probably pass out on the couch.
Okay. For plot purposes, is there anything that you would like to do before advancing to the next day and returning to Suzail? Okie dokie.
spending time with mom, maybe offering her a drink, making sure that that familial bond is still there.
Yeah, you're able to do so. Okay. You all gain the benefits of a long rest if you needed to do anything with your character sheet as far as regaining spell slots or anything like that. And the new day has come, and you all are outside of the Brightwind residence. Do you think your mom would have taken Arston's last name?
Absolutely not. Nope.
Okay.
They have different last names.
Yeah, I mean they definitely do. But I didn't know. Okay. Anyways, the Brightwind residence.
Remember, she's an elf and he's just a lowly human.
That is true. So she's got plenty more after he's gone.
Probably. But we don't get into that because it's her mom. Gross.
True.
Doesn't mean she won't remember him fondly.
Right. Okay. Has
Yeah,
you
how old my mom is.
open the short wrought iron gate to enter up towards the front door, you can hear what sounds like a lot of people talking. And as you knock and you're greeted with an unfamiliar face at the door, somebody wearing very formal attire, a suit, a tie, very slicked back hair, and they just greet you and you all. Oh, you must be the daughter. All of you actually could be useful in this. And he opens up the door. I'm going to be representing your mother and father at the trial coming up here in the next couple days. We're just preparing. Come in, have a seat. There's pastries, coffee, and then also some tea if you would prefer something different. As you all step in, you can see multiple people in extreme formal wear, your mother and father sitting on the couch with all of them kind of rapid firing questions away about what they were doing, when to Arston, when did he first notice that something was off, talking about your mother's mental state of being lost in the desert. And you can tell even as they acknowledge your presence as you enter the home, it's more of a polite smile over in your direction and raising a finger as they're continuing to accept these rapid fire questions. Is there anything that you do during this time?
I heard someone
I
say,
think it would super awkward, stand over there, just holding stuff and out of my depth, no idea what's going on, and just kind of be like physically there but without really saying or doing
I'm just kind of wandering around the residence, looking at things.
Rogue's gonna rogue.
The woman in the suit jacket and a very slim-fitting pencil skirt points her quill over in the direction of the adventurers, including Jack. You all, maybe could be witness to your mother's mental state as the way that you found her in the desert. Can you accurately describe what you witnessed when you were out there?
Probably.
Okay, and she jots something down. Okay. Give it to me. As you approached your mother and father's camp in the Anorak Desert, what was the first thing that you noticed?
My father.
Okay, not very descriptive with this one. With using more words, be as thorough as you can.
Riker will speak up and describe the scene as it unfolded.
Okay. Give me a history check with your charisma modifier. We're mixing in the recounting of the tale, but from a performance standpoint of how believable you could be with.
Okay, so okay, hold on. Let me. What's our proficiency at? Is it +3 or +4?
Plus 3.
No, we're at 4 now.
Sorry,
We're
5
4?
initiative.
Yeah.
Okay. So this Oh yeah, so this will be a d20 +3 then, because I got -1 to charisma.
Rin
Okay.
would probably also help him if he like stuttered at all or had trouble with something, so take a bardic on that.
Okay. All right.
You're asking the 2 non-charisma people to do the charisma check.
Jesus Christ. So
Add
that's a
D8, baby.
I will add that D8.
So with Arsis, it's a whole lot of like basic like one-word answers.
Roll.
With Riker, it's a whole bunch of technical details that don't make a lot of sense to the layman person.
Okay, so John, that's a total of 13.
Okay. Okay. You start to see the lawyers looking amongst each other, and Arsis, as you're explaining, you kind of glance over to your mother and father. Give me an insight check.
Okay. That one I'm good at. But not when it comes to reading my parents.
They appear to be very supportive of your response. But you can tell the lawyers are looking at each other with confusion, and anybody with a higher passive perception than a 15, which might be all of you.
I have exactly 15.
Okay, 15 works. All of you clock that they, you can hear some very rapid squiggles from the woman who wrote down potentially using you as witnesses, and they kind of lean over and be like, I don't think we're going to be able to get anything out of them. We should scrap this idea. The kind of the phrasing that you get from them is, I don't think this is going to play well to the court. It doesn't.
If you really want a tale to be told, you should find our friend Herc. He was there with us. He's over at the Coliseum. He's a gladiator there.
And they kind of look at each other. Give a persuasion.
Why are you doing this to me?
Oh. Oh. It's one of those days. We were doing so well at
Herc is
first.
our friend. I guarantee that's what he's going to come down to. He's like, oh yeah, you're just making up names, aren't you?
She kind of looks. We'll follow that lead. Kind of continues scribbling down in her, but you can tell from like her face that she made, they're absolutely not going to.
I'm probably going to turn away from whatever I was looking at and be like, look, she thought she was still on her mission. At least I think I remember her saying that. She didn't think that she had abandoned anything, and she'd been lost out in the nature the entire time. Her husband was guarding her. I don't know what else more y'all could tell anybody.
There were all sorts of means for them to return. There were instances where they were contacted by the Crown and failed to respond to the messages.
They may not have received the message. We don't know for sure. So many things could have happened out there.
It was kind of out of the middle of nowhere.
And that's what we have to
According
do.
your laws, if they had returned and failed their mission, they would have been just as much trouble if they hadn't returned, right? To my understanding. Maybe even more trouble?
Yes and no. This is the gray area that we're trying to expose. Their mission was what it was while the war was still ongoing. As soon as the war had finished, there was no additional need for them to be in the desert looking for a way to prevent the Netherese from returning.
And if they didn't get the communication, then how could they know? Yes, is it odd that war could be going on for 10, 15, 20 years? Absolutely. But without them knowing, they stayed true to their cause. They helped out. They did what they could.
It almost broke them.
It took considerable time for Arceus's mother to regain any sort of sense.
That one's going to be relatively difficult to prove, given that multiple witnesses saw her in a relatively normal state after she returned to Suzail. There's a lot of factors that we need to consider. The lack of receiving the communication is rather difficult. War wizards, especially Ganrahast, has means of making sure that his subjects are able to receive message. The one that the lead that we're going with right now is because your mother lost her spell book in one of the catacombs that they were exploring, that she had no means to relay the communication back. But then that lends to the, if she received it, then why didn't she just start the long trek home by foot, since she could no longer teleport? It's a lot. We're trying to cover it. But given that you all were the ones that found her, we were hoping for a credible narrative of the mother's mental state when you arrived. It is clear that
there.
She was quiet. She was sullen. She had no real connection to the outside world. She had her task. That's all she was focused on.
Sorry if we haven't proven to you that we can do this, but if you coach us, I think that we could be helpful. How do we present the issue?
I think what would be best is if you're going to be present for the trial. We hadn't summoned you because we were still building our case, but if you're going to be present for the trial, maybe a singular volunteer would be able to answer a series of yes or no questions. As much as you might feel passionate, oftentimes when somebody that hasn't been fully coached on exactly what to say can end up in greater trouble by a simple misspeak. So there won't be any jury of peers. The only people that we're convincing are high-ranking officials of the crown. Queen, Lord, Edwin Morahan, and also Ganrahast. Those are the three people that we need to convince.
The fact that they're even in town now should be enough to convince them. The whole thing's a sham.
I understand, but we
You
have
just
to go
tell
through
us
the
where we need
formalities.
to be. Tell us where we need, when we need to be, where we need to be.
As she looks at Raykrana, the mother, will you be able to communicate to your daughter when the final date and time has been settled? And she just just kind of nods and then responds, "If we could we break for a moment? We've been answering questions all morning, and I think it would be good. My daughter and her friends have arrived, and just for a moment, let us rest. We can reconvene in an hour if necessary." And the lawyers look to each other, nodding, and scurry out of the room to the kitchen. She looks over at you.
I punch a wall.
You punch a wall? She kind of outstretches her hands. "It's not that big of a deal. This is all formality. We're gonna be fine. I don't want you to worry. I'm not worried. We have to be prepared. These are the way." It's
to prove that you lost your mind, so I didn't have a mother for 20 years?
Listen, your father and I, we both knew the risks when we signed up to work in the military, the rules that came with it, the oath that I swore, and we love that you're here now. You weren't planned. It was... We would never have wished to put you through this, is what I'm trying to say. And so I'm sorry that you're having to deal with this, but to us, we would expect nothing less from our commanders. Everyone just to abide by the same rules, and we are no different. And this, we're not worried. We're gonna go in.
I'm gonna grab her hands and be like, "The Queen has promised me. This is nothing. That's the only thing that's keeping me from rebelling. Letting you go through this."
In all of my years, the Crown has always done its best to look after the people, and has been fair and just at every turn. I know, regardless of whatever the Queen says, I know that your father and I will be just fine. But I appreciate your vote of confidence, and I appreciate you speaking to her on our behalf. It means more than you know.
How
Whatever
long
we
do
can
you
do to help
yourself?
out.
I think the best thing that you could do is just spend some time reflecting about the initial moments, the state of our camp, the state of my mental well-being, if I'm being truthful. And she looks over at Arston, her husband, your father, and no matter what, he's fine. He served his duty to protect the war wizard that he was entrusted to serve. He is free and clear in that regard. The only one that's in real danger is me, but even then, I know that I'll be fine. But if you feel that you must help, try to recall my mental state, the state of the camp, any notable information, and Arson chimes up, maybe something about the way that she was sitting around the fire, or the tally marks that she had, or that she kept on the walls, or just anything that you can think of. But again, I think the lawyers asking the yes or no questions, they're going to be able to phrase the questions in a way that you'll be able to give simple responses. Just under no circumstances even think about lying. There will be, and always is in these type of proceedings, a zone of truth. So you will be incapable.
There's nothing to lie about. You weren't there. I'm almost scared this is gonna take you away again.
We're not going anywhere, I promise. We're gonna be here.
I meant her mental state. I look at my dad.
And he kind of shrugs. Give an
What
insight
if he
check
drags
again.
him back?
Anybody else that was that would like to can also make an insight check on his shrug at this point.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah.
Not that.
Well,
Fuck.
that's-
It's good that I didn't roll high.
Only Sammy knows. Only Sammy can read a room.
Sammy,
Who's this room?
Arsis had said she's scared to lose her mental, or that her mother will slip back into a mental state. And to you, Arsen's shrug spoke volumes. He's not so sure. There's doubt in his mind as to how she was able to return to status quo so quickly after coming back into society. And in your mind, in thinking about the nature of this, for her to claim any bout of insanity or loss of her, I don't know, control, man, sure looks like she's under control right now, and it's only been a week or so since she left. Most people that are insane or insane for a while take therapy and time to reacclimate.
So am I thinking that she was purposely neglecting any duty?
I don't know if you'd
Potentially
go
out there in
that
the
far,
wilds?
but you as the player, I'm not going to say that as a DM, but if you as a player would like to assume that, you could. But the biggest thing that you gather from that shrug is that while Arsen is supportive of his wife, that is the one link that even he calls into question as to how quickly she was able to return to normal and if she's going to stay that way. And she says, listen, we don't have to continue talking about these unpleasantries. You came to visit. So please visit. What have you been doing in the city?
We've actually been in Marsember. It's been very exciting there.
I've heard they're struggling with some food scarcity over there. It's somewhat
Well,
making
here
its way
too.
here, but I think it's under control.
No.
I mean, I think it's coming under control. As you know, Larissa Lance has taken over in Marsember, and she seems to be handling it, at least for the short term.
I saw that. She is so young. I can't believe she's in such a position of authority. She's the spokesperson for the crown of all of Marsember, and I don't even know if she's past her teens yet.
She has not.
It's impressive. The queen must see something in her, I suppose.
She certainly has a determination about her.
And she looks back at you, Arsis. I'm so sorry to have to ask this, but how old are you again?
20.
20. Same age, same determination, I would say. I mean, you came out here or went out and saved the realm. I think even more so than Larissa. You're all so young. So you should all be proud of the things that you've accomplished.
Rin kind of like reacts and
proud of, but we do our best. A lot of people have died.
And even more would have died. And are we in combat?
We are.
Roll initiative, everybody.
I keep it down so low. I didn't even
I
notice.
don't hear anything. Oh, I have it muted.
It's all right. We're almost at the end. We're just gonna leave that off.
John, would I be able to do something?
I love it when you do things, Riker. You do whatever you want.
Thank you. So
Jackson, middle living room, go.
I don't know how well working with dead people translates to working with live people, but mental illness, specifically with
that crosses over all the time.
yeah.
You gotta ask the zombies how they feel.
Would Riker have done any studies relating to it to see if he could pin down maybe what was going on with Arsis's mom, or if he has any idea to help prove the point that maybe she was really insane when we first met her?
You would know from having worked with Mortimer, and even just from your conversation earlier today, that the information that you would gather from the state of sanity would be by analyzing the development or the state of the brain. And from what Mortimer had said, one of his biggest reasons that he's so excited to analyze Quintus when he's finally given over after he personally requested was to be able to study the nature of a brain potentially possessed by a demon lord or a demon queen. So from your state, having not necessarily dealt with people who had bouts of insanity while living, the only way that you would be able to discern anything would be to open up her skull and poke around.
Oh, is that all?
Yeah, that's it. So if you can find a way to do that while she's alive,
easy. Look, once I get that self-cleaning or self-sterilizing scalpel, it'll all be just easy going from there.
nice.
Sure.
Okay. So yeah, unfortunately, I don't think there's any check that you could roll to determine the nature of her
I
insanity.
really doubt it. I just thought I would shoot my shot.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's a good thought. Do you at any point attempt to fill this awkward silence, or do you say your goodbyes and leave them to their lawyers?
I think this is awkward enough, so
yeah, it's
I would.
so awkward. Probably just try to scoot on out of there.
They would absolutely make sure that they gave you, Arsis, a very warm embrace and tried to convince you that everything will be okay, and to not worry, that they have everything under control. But in a parting words as they're ushering you out the door, and I'll message you when the trial is if you would like to show up.
Yeah, I'd like to be there.
Your presence alone would mean the world to me. And I think that will be a good stopping point for the session.